Oh my God!
Okay.
Oh my God! Oh, Mike, what's that smell? Is something cooking?
Greatness.
I think it's cooking.
It's great.
It's greatness and fucking unicorns over there.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.
Oh. Welcome back to We Watched a Movie. I'm Mike. He's Jay. We're here to review The Avengers. Directed by Joss Whedon, is the culmination of all these great Marvel superheroes movies we've seen. Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye's, it's all of it.
It literally blows your mind. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I know it's from Taco Bell. But the description and the way the guy said it on the tweet about the Locos Taco, it applies more to this film. It is like French kissing a unicorn. It is just like taking that unicorn and saying, I love you and your dream, but I want to make out with you. It's like taking a shower inside of a rainbow. It's like wiping your ass with dreams. It's like pooping on a golden toilet in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Holy fuck, can I go on? I could. But it's like every dream imaginable happened in this one film, in this little theater. Dreams came true. I can't help it, dude. I want you guys, I want to hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I'm going to tell you, from the start to the finish, it begins with a bang and it ends with a bang. There is not one single little flaw. I mean, there's nothing in this movie that I can sit there and pick apart and say that was awful.
No.
20 minutes left of the film, I'm like 9.7. And then I was like smiling, like, you know how movies, like sometimes you're just so excited and it just makes you smile? Yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm thinking this movie's like at least a 9.5 for me right now. If one more cool thing happens, this movie is perfection. This movie is a 10. And 18 cool things happen.
You know what?
18, Jay.
I know, and 18, you know,
18 cool things
fucking
happen.
Fonzie. Whoa!
Well, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to try to find something wrong with this film because there's nothing wrong with it.
If you guys have ever looked for a movie that wanted to, like, that made you feel like a kid again,
oh my
this
God.
movie is it. I said this movie made me want to go out to like Kmart, Walmart, Toys R Us, and just buy every fucking action figure possible. I was like, I want the Nick Fury action figure.
It made me want to go out and read every single comic book that has ever been written.
This,
like literally, when like our wives were sitting between us and we were on the other end of each other. As soon as the movie over, we were like Rocky and Apollo. We were like 10, high five. And then the ending comes along, and I'm literally sitting there like an idiot throwing popcorn at my forehead, like my tongue hanging out of my mouth, smiling like a baboon, like a full-on fool. Like I didn't even know who I was or what was happening. I was just like, this is
epic. Yeah. Everything about it was just epic. I can't even think of one term to describe it except for stellar. Yeah, like the whole thing.
Well, the film is, and don't get the wrong idea. You're not going to walk in and this, from the second the credits come up, be like,
yeah, it's
all
not,
the way to the end. It's not that. They do a good job taking their time. They put the story together, and then it all culminates towards the end. But on the way there, there's a lot of comedy. There's a lot of laughing. There's a lot of they do a perfect job of taking all these superhero personalities and letting each one of them shine in their own way. Like I said, it takes its time to form, and it takes its time. Some people might call that a slow start or whatever. I call it perfect building. This movie sets everything up perfectly to blow your mind at the end. It's like when you're a kid and you pull out all your superhero toys and you put them together and you make your own perfect movie, just the way it's supposed to be, the way it's got to be done. That's what this movie does. It's a fanboy's wet dream.
Yeah, it really is. I had a dorkgasm in theater. I was like, oh, shit. Like, it was just like a rush of emotion that went through me. And it was like, you know, if somebody asked me, they're like, Jay, how can you make a perfect movie? I was like, did you know Joss Whedon? Did you know The Avengers? That's how you make a perfect movie.
And we're sitting in there with a full midnight audience, and it was like you could pick apart every guy who's loved comic books and every guy who's played with the toys when he was a kid. Every guy, each of them got what they've been wanting for forever. There was one scene for everybody. Like every single scene, one of the guys on the theater was like, yeah!
You don't have to enjoy comic books. You don't even have to really be a fan of superheroes just to enjoy this movie. Yeah. It takes you back to just being a kid and having fun at the movie.
It did.
And that's all. And I swear to God, like that's my whole point. I've not done that in so long. That's why I'm so excited. Was like I caught myself smiling. I was like smiling.
When I said tongue hanging out of my mouth, I wasn't kidding. Like my tongue was out of my mouth.
Like my mouth had been like emotions went through my body, and it was just like, you're gonna smile. Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to, but it was like, you're going to. And I was like, oh.
Who do you think would win in a fight between this person and this person? You get to see a little bit of that. You get to see a little bit of what would these guys interact with if they were like together. You get to see a whole lot of what would happen if they all got together and fought at once. I mean, they just it didn't miss anything. They hit everything you could possibly wish for in this movie. You have got to see this in 3D because the end of it just makes it that much more.
This movie is a pure definition of absorbing. It absorbs you completely. Yeah. From Chris Evans and Captain America, he totally and completely owned Captain America in this movie. When he's shouting commands to the rest of the Avengers and telling what to do, I was like, that's friggin' Captain America. That's straight off a comic page. That's straight off a cartoon. And it's not like corny, it's perfect.
And if you could take all the Marvel movies and pick out one thing that you disliked about what they did with each character, this movie takes those things and makes them right. It fixes the Hulk. It fixes the problem you have with Captain America. It fixes everything. And Iron Man's perfect like he was in the first two movies.
And the CGI is amazing. They did a great job with the Hulk. And you said it earlier. They did everything that they didn't do with the Hulks.
The Hulk?
Yeah.
Dude.
And they did perfect. Mark Ruffalo was the shit as Bruce Banner.
Yeah, this movie got right what two full-length movies about that one character could not do.
Well, and
the action scenes with the Hulk, I mean, it's 10 times better than what I ever could have imagined the Hulk could possibly be.
You know, I'm going to give it a 10.0. I'm giving it a 10.0. You're going to give it a 10.0, right?
I give it a 10.0. This is a perfect movie for me. This is absolutely the best superhero movie. It tops The Dark Knight.
I'm going to give you something. Here, I know this is not gold, but this is like somebody saying, here's a golden ticket from Willy Wonka. You're invited to go to the chocolate factory.
That's what this is.
Go spend your $8 or $7 because it's totally worth it. It's worth. I want to go see it now. I want to go see it again and again and again.
No, this is the kind of movie I don't just buy the Blu-ray for. Like I'll spend $120 for a super special edition of this movie.
I will buy this movie on a Blu-ray 3-disc special edition, and I will put it in a gold glass case with lights coming up from underneath it by itself.
And you know what you might say about this review? These are fanboys. They're gushing. They're licking this movie's butt. They're doing everything, and you know what? We are, because it deserves it. And
I will lick its ass and take it to dinner 5 times a week. Rate, comment, subscribe below, and if you guys have got the opportunity, and I hope you did go out and see it, let us know if you thought it was as great as we did, because we obviously think it's amazing. We think it's French kissing a unicorn. But it's amazing. Go see it. Go check it out. And I'm Jay, and this is Mike, and we watch movie. We'll see you next time.
But for me, watching this movie was what it had to be like for all those people sitting in Star Wars for the first time. I said it. I said it.
I can agree.
I said it.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, nobody goes to see Nick Fury.
Yeah.
But Samuel L. Jackson pulled out a little bit of, what does Marcellus look like?
Oh my God, my mind is blown. That's how I felt. It was like Scanners.
Tom Hiddleston was even better in this than he was in Thor, and I loved him in Thor.
Tom Hiddleston.
Loki.
I thought his name was Skirtson.
Like when you're a little kid and you pull out all your superhero tours.
Tours? I had tours when I was young too. Yep. Joss.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you.
I mean, Joss, do you want to come over for breakfast sometime?
I would cook him the greatest breakfast of all
I can't
time.
cook, but I would make him a great bowl of Frosted Flakes.
I don't even know how to make pancakes, but they would be made.
I have cherry Pop-Tarts in the cabinet.
Delicious.
The microwave.
Delicious.
Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, Snakes on a Plane, badass. He decides that there's no way they can
I'm
combat.
gonna go with Snakes on a Plane.
That's
maybe Pulp Fiction.
Pulpy. Yeah, whatever. He decides, Nick Fury's like, we can't handle this on our own, guys.
Is it pulpy?
No, orange juice. He can't. He sees a big bowl of orange juice. He's like.
A bowl of orange juice.
I know. I don't know why.
Pulpy.
Doesn't he look like they do for oranges, like with like a little patch on his eyes? He's like Minute Maid. Pulp.